Is matter pure? Introduction. In our day-to-day language, pure means something with no adulteration. But in the case of chemistry, it's a different story. Pure in chemistry deals with the number of substances in a compound. The concentration of impurities determines the purity of the substance. If a substance has only one type of compound, then it is said to be pure. What is mixture? Most of the things that we call pure are all mixtures. For example, juice is a mixture of water, sugar and fruit extracts. All the matter around us can be classified into pure substances and mixtures. A mixture is generally made of two or more components that are not chemically combined. The substance in a mixture retains their own properties and they can be physically separated. Types of mixtures. Mixtures can be in solid, in liquid or in gaseous state or the combination of states. Mixtures can be homogeneous or heterogeneous. In a homogeneous mixture, the components mix uniformly such that it is difficult to distinguish with visual observation, such as air. In a heterogeneous mixture, the substances do not mix uniformly and can be primarily separated by visual observation itself. Solutions. The homogeneous mixture of two or more substances from which we cannot separate its components by the process of filtration is called a solution. Solutions can be in the form of solids, liquids or gases. A solution has two components, solvent and solute. The component which is present in large quantity or which dissolves the other component in it is called the solvent. The component which dissolves in the solvent is called solute. Sugar solution, salt solution, etc. are some examples of solutions. Properties of a solution. In a solution, the particles are too small to be seen with naked eyes. They do not scatter a beam of light passing through the solution and hence the path of light is not visible. The solute particles do not settle down when left undisturbed for some time. The type of solution depends upon the concentration of solution. Concentration of a solution. Solutions are two types, saturated and unsaturated solutions. The amount of solute present in a saturated solution at a certain temperature is called its solubility at that temperature. For example, take 1 gram of sugar and add into 50 ml of water. Also take 30 grams of sugar and add into same amount of water in another container. We can clearly see that there is a difference in the solubility. When no more solute can be dissolved in the solution at a particular temperature, it is said to be a saturated solution. A saturated solution cannot hold any more amount of solute into it at that particular temperature. If the amount of solute present in a solution is less than the saturation level, it is called an unsaturated solution. If the amount of solute present is little, the solution is said to be dilute, and if the solution has more solute, it is said to be concentrated. The concentration of a solution can be defined as the mass of solute present in a given mass of solution, or the mass of solute dissolved in a given volume of the solution. Concentration can be expressed by the following ways. 1. Mass by mass percentage in a solution is equal to mass of solute by mass of solution whole into 100. Second one, mass by volume percentage of a solution is equal to mass of solute by volume of solution whole into 100. Suspensions and colloidal solutions. Suspensions are heterogeneous mixtures of a solid and a liquid, in which the solid does not dissolve like mixtures of soil and water. The heterogeneous mixture of two liquids which do not mix is called emulsion. Both these liquids settle as layers depending on their densities. Heterogeneous mixtures which appear to be homogeneous but can easily scatter a beam of visible light are called colloidal solutions. These mixtures possess the characteristics in between a solution and a suspension. These solutions are always heterogeneous and consist of at least two phases, the dispersed phase and the dispersion medium. Dispersed phase is the substance that is present in small quantity and consists of particles of colloidal size. In this phase, the colloidal particles are dispersed. The Tyndall effect, also known as Tyndall scattering, is the light scattering by particles in a colloid or particles in a fine suspension. When sunlight passes through the canopy of a dense forest, mist contains tiny droplets of water which acts as particles of colloid dispersed in air. Suspensions, colloids. Suspensions are heterogeneous mixtures. Colloid is a heterogeneous mixture. The particles of suspension can be seen with naked eyes. The size of particles of colloid is too small to be seen individually with naked eyes. The particles of suspension scatter a beam of light passing through it and make its path visible. Colloids are being enough to scatter a beam of light passing through it, which makes its path visible. The solute particles settle down when kept undisturbed. When the particles settle down, the suspension breaks and it does not scatter light anymore. In colloid, they don't settle down when the suspension is left undisturbed. That is, colloid is quite stable. Suspension is unstable. The components can be separated from the mixture by the process of filtration or decantation. The components cannot be separated from the mixture by the process of filtration. Centrifugation technique is used in separation. Sublimation. Sublimation is the transition of a substance directly from the solid to the gas phase without passing through an intermediate liquid phase. To separate mixtures that contain a sublimate with volatile component from a non-sublimate impurity, the sublimation process is used. Take a mixture of ammonium chloride in a china dish. Take a glass funnel which is big enough to cover the dish. Plug the mouth of funnel with cotton and invert it over the dish. Keep the dish on the stand of stove and heat for some time. Initially, we find vapor of ammonium chloride and then solidified ammonium chloride on the walls of the funnel. Ammonium chloride changes directly from solid to gaseous state on heating. The gaseous form of ammonium chloride can be cooled easily to get a pure solid. Other examples of solids which sublime are camphor, naphthalene, anthracene, iodine, etc. Evaporation. Evaporation technique is used to separate salt from the filtrate. Common salt does not decompose during evaporation. As the water evaporates, fewer and fewer water molecules are present to keep the salt particles apart. The salt therefore recrystallizes and can be collected. Take a beaker and fill it to half its volume with water. Keep a watch glass on the mouth of the beaker. Put few drops of ink on the watch glass. Heat the beaker. Continue heating. We know that ink is a mixture of dye in water. Ink can be separated using evaporation. Separation of immiscible and miscible liquids. A liquid which dissolves completely in another liquid is said to be miscible. An immiscible liquid is one which does not dissolve but forms layer over another liquid and can be separated easily. To separate two immiscible liquids, take them in a separating funnel with a stopcock at one end. After they form layers, open the stopcock until the upper liquid reaches it. Once a liquid is totally down, close the stopcock. Hence, by the difference in densities, we can separate two immiscible liquids. Distillation. To to separate two miscible liquids. We use a process called distillation. Take a mixture of acetone and water in a distillation flask and fit it with a thermometer and arrange to stand. Attach the condenser of the flask on one side and on the other side keep a beaker. Heat the mixture slowly, keeping a close watch on the thermometer. The acetone vaporizes and condenses in the condenser. Acetone can be collected from the condenser outlet as water remains in the distillation flask. This separation technique is called distillation. The below table clearly depicts the differences between mixtures and compounds. Mixtures, compounds. Elements or compounds just mix together to form a mixture and no new compound is formed. Elements react to form new compounds. A mixture has a variable composition. The composition of each new substance is always fixed. A mixture shows the properties of the constituent substances. The new substance has totally different properties. The constituents can be separated fairly easily by physical methods. The constituents can be separated only by chemical or electrochemical reactions. The below classification would give a complete idea about mixtures. Matter, pure substance, mixture. And from pure substance, elements cannot be broken down into simpler substances. Compounds have fixed composition, can be broken down into simpler substance. Mixtures, homogeneous, uniform composition. Heterogeneous, non-uniform composition.
మా వీడియో గనుక మీకు నచ్చినట్లయితే లైక్ చేయండి, షేర్ చేయండి. ఇలాంటి మరిన్ని వీడియోస్ కోసం మా ఛానల్ని సబ్స్క్రైబ్ చేసుకోవడం మాత్రం మర్చిపోకండి. థ్యాంక్ యూ ఫర్ వాచింగ్.